At the Black Creek area, when it rains, people living in Clay County are concerned about flooding, especially homeowners living around Black Creek.
So this is what the area looked like post-Irma. With all the recent rain, future flooding is a concern for Clay County Emergency Management. Matt Head is on your side tonight with more.
We're going to start seeing impacts, people's yards getting wet.
Flooding is nothing new for the Black Creek area of Clay County.
Presents a unique challenge for a lot of those residents out there.
The concern with flooding this week, the increase in rain amounts the area will receive. This dirt road near Black Creek still has standing water.
Before Irma, wouldn't have been a significant issue. Now we've got folks that have storage pods in their backyards, travel trailers in their yards, that type of thing, so those impacts are going to happen a lot quicker.
According to the First Coast News storm experts, the Black Creek is seeing a significant increase, between 6 to 8 feet above normal. Flooding that has some concern. Others, like Bill Allen.
Well, I'm not concerned. I think some of my neighbors on the lower property would be concerned.
During Irma, flood waters reached the edge of his house. During the recent storms, he has noticed the extra rain, but wasn't aware of just how much rain his neighborhood has seen.
I am interested in going down and looking at the water level.
In Clay County, I'm Matt Head, First Coast News on your side.